is time for our first fight from the cage this evening. A 170-pound MMA bout. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner. Please make welcome Chandler Holguin.
All right, some MMA time as we get back here. Todd Romero alongside J.R. Gordon. The 4 boxing matches for King of Sparta are done, and now we move on to the cage. Got a new pop-up there as the ring announcer.
Yep, and we're checking out our tail on the tape here. Mr. Holguin making his way to the cage at 23 years old, a little taller at 5'10", making his debut, lists himself as a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu stylist. Tell us about Mr. Pasternack.
Well, I've seen Pasternack in some fights before, and he's had some, you see him 0-3, but I saw one of those fights that he put up, and it was a pretty good fight. It got taken out in that fight, but it showed some heart in it, so looking for some opportunity. So I think this is a good matchup. You got a debut, and then a guy hungry for his first win, because the thing about it is, when you love to be, listen, all these guys love to fight, else they wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
But when you're over, that doesn't get any fun.
Hey, somebody's O must go.
Somebody's O must go.
Somebody's O is gonna go.
You know, you take a look at it too. And I talk with Ian Heinisch a lot, and he learned so much. He's like 11-1 now, and he wasn't focused in a fight. He got upset in an LFA fight where he fought for the opportunity to go for the UFC the first time, and he said, anybody can beat you if you're not on your game, if you're not doing things right, both inside and outside of the cage.
Yeah.
And he said he learned more from that loss. And since that time, JR, his UFC debut, he took a fight on 8 days in Rio de Janeiro, in 8 days, and goes and beats the 16th ranked fighter in the world.
Yeah, and it's because they're living that whole. They're living the fight lifestyle.
And now, fighting out of the Larry H. Miller blue corner, please make welcome Hunter Snacks Pasternack.
Kind of to finish up on that, and listen, got to give a lot of credit to Jeff Cisneros, because he has started a lot of the careers of the guys that you see elevating to world-class fighters, both boxing and, you look at Misael Lopez that Jeff's had on boxing cards. And Jeff Cisneros has an excellent eye for spotting talent.
Yeah, that's for certain, no doubt about that.
Gave Grant Neal his first shot.
Yep.
I saw Grant Neal win his pro debut just about 3 weeks ago in 46 seconds. And he'll be moving up the charts.
Yeah, I have had the opportunity over the course of a decade to call a ton of fights in Colorado. People always say, what's your favorite thing about being cage side for MMA? And I always say, it's watching the guys at the very beginning of their career, and then I get to see them go for a world title. I was here for Kat Zingano's first fight. She fought for a world title.
Right.
I was here in a gym in Colorado the first time Cowboy Cerrone walked in. I called his first fight.
Wow.
I got to watch him fight for a world title. There's just been so much talent, so many people going on.
Well, I saw you call Ian, and I saw you call Ian, and I look back on some of those fights. I did a long piece on him for Altitude, which I'll have to share with you if you haven't seen it. And you saw mistakes that he made, still finishing fights that you can't make at the level that you're at now. And it's fun to watch that part of it.
Love to watch the evolution of it, for certain. And to watch the gyms grow, too. Factory X gym when it started, where Ian Heinisch fights out of.
Yeah.
Now you see Mark Montoya, seems every other weekend he's in UFC Fight Corner and some guys.
That gym is unbelievable.
Nice to watch.
Yeah, you look at Genesis now. Yep. You're looking at Genesis, and of course, the Violent One, and he's coming up with
fight number 5 of the evening is presented by Ox Distributing. It is time to meet the 170-pound MMA fighters. First, fighting out of the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, representing Zenith Authentic Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu from Parker, Colorado. Please make welcome Chandler Holguin. And his opponent, fighting out of the Larry H. Miller blue corner, representing Family First Gym from Greenwood Village, Colorado, Hunter Snacks Pasternack.
next?
This 170-pound MMA bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Referee Tim Mills.
Tim Mills will be calling this bout, and I'm watching Chandler Holguin.
Gave you instructions
Very
tonight.
calm.
Let's fight clean and fair, protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times.
Shows
Touch
that
him
he's
up.
put his
Let's fight.
training in the gym. You know, you come into a cage, they lock the door behind you, and it gives a lot of people some nerves. He's here. It's doesn't look nervous at all, so he's probably been put through the ringer in the gym.
You know, the best part of it, he's from Parker, so if my car breaks down, I can get a ride home.
Nice.
Oh, takedown right away by Pasternack.
Double leg.
Yeah, saw that opportunity, and Pasternack all over him right now, trying to get his first win, 0-3 now. It comes down to a body slam there as Holguin takes that full brunt of it and trying to fight him off right now.
Holguin looking to work his guard high, does come from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu school, so he's not going to be uncomfortable on his back, and he's looking to work his legs up, going to try to pass one arm through, see if he can start to set up a triangle and armbar, but man, the strength of Pasternack to pick him up and slam him like that.
Yeah, Holguin kind of holding on right now and really getting, when you have a debut, JR, and you've seen it happen many times where fighters, you know, it takes a while. Some naturally have it, some have to figure it out.
Keep that arm tight.
Nice ground and pound for Pasternack there. Able to pop one arm free, and Holguin doing a good job of tying up his opponent's arm while trying to work his offensive guard game, but Pasternack, like I said, able to get one arm free, start working some GMP.
You know how to set him up. You know how to set him up.
Holguin right now kind of trying to figure out how to get out of the trouble that he's in.
Setting up an armbar here.
Yep.
Triangle.
Come on.
That's exactly what he wanted. So Pasternack immediately did the right thing by putting his left hand against the ribs, but now that hand's been pulled across.
Oh, yeah.
It's a better position for Holguin.
Yep, Holguin's
in a squeeze. There it is.
Taps, how about that?
Congratulations,
How about that?
Mr. Holguin. Gonna go home. Wow, first round submission.
What a
victory.
turnaround, though. And you saw how we talked about him coming in calm, even though he was on the ground pad, he did not panic.
Got slammed, got put on his back, got slammed hard, and went home with a victory.
and you saw it when you saw it happen, and you saw it develop, JR, when he got into that submission position. Once he got it locked in, it didn't take long for the tap.
No, he made the adjustment that he needed. Pasternack tried his defense. He didn't want his arm across his body, and almost immediately Holguin was able to do that. And we're seeing here very quickly goes to work with his guard, does Holguin. Pasternack tried for the slam, tried to take a little energy out of his opponent, picks him up here. This is right in front of you and I, and it's a big slam. There's a lot, that'll take a lot of energy, a lot of breath out of a fighter. But the tap out came, that's what the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys are working for.
And for some of the fans that don't know, you could be an advantage of position when you're down.
And we're seeing it here, and he's setting it up. Brings that leg across.
Once he gets a hold of it there, boom, and he's got it locked in, that triangle.
Yeah, you see that left arm on the rib cage, and his opponent pulls it across. That's exactly what Holguin wanted to do, because that shuts off the artery on the left side. When that arm was against his opponent's ribs, one artery was still working, giving him blood flow to the brain. Now he's strangled with the leg on one side, arm on the other. Tap, tap, tap. I want to go home, Raven.
At 1 minute 35 seconds of round number 1, referee Mills has called a stop to this fight, declaring your winner by triangle submission, Chandler Holguin. Back with a post-fight interview in just a moment.
Well, I watched his body language come in, and he didn't come in as a debut fighter. He looked smooth, he looked calm, and that's not necessarily what you see out of guys that have their debuts.
Yeah, exactly. And again, that speaks to the training that he's having in the gym. He wasn't nervous here because he's seen it in the gym before. And we'll take it over to a commercial here real quick, and then Bailey Winters gets to do her work with the winner.
I'm back here now with Chandler Holguin, who just won first round, triangle choke. Sorry. How do you feel about that finish tonight?
Feels great. My coach has been helping me out, work that the past couple months getting ready for this fight. So, real glad to be able to use that, and yeah.
You said you weren't expecting it to end so quickly. What were you prepared for tonight?
Well, we were going to try and keep it standing as much as possible. Obviously, he's a much superior wrestler to myself. The easy took me down with that double leg, but the plan was, if it got to the ground, was to go either that triangle choke or try and take the back and choke him out. So
Nice. Well, when do you think you'll be fighting again sometime soon?
that's up to him.
All right. Anybody you want to thank tonight?
Obviously, Casey Molina, my teammates that made it out here tonight, and everybody down at Zenith Authentic Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Congratulations on your win. Great job.
I can do the main. That's no problem. Want me to keep going? Or do you want to cue me? Last night they were cueing me. They haven't told me. Okay, I'll